I'm Tom from Do-It-Yourself Home Automation, and this is a look at my new Henkel knife set. So this is a really great kitchen knife set. It comes with this butcher's block, solid wood, really safe, easy, attractive way to display these in your kitchen. And all of the knives slot into holes that are in this butcher's block. So it makes it a really easy way to store these. And then we get a whole variety here, basically everything you would need for any kind of cooking you're going to do. So this is your big chef's knife. This is another chef's knife. It doesn't have those little divots on the side to release things. So it depends on what you're going to be cutting, but you've got more of a solid point on this. If you need to crack into like a lobster shell or something, that's helpful. This is a little bit more rounded, but both of them are really great functional day-to-day, kind of larger chef's knives. This is a smaller chef's knife, so if you're chopping herbs or something where you want to get closer in, this is a great option. Then we've also got this serrated large knife, and this is new as far as I know in the newer sets here. All of these are stainless steel. You can see on there the mark that says stainless steel. Really high quality. I've used another Henkel set for years, and these really don't corrode or rust or anything. This is great if you're, you can even use this for chopping meat. If you want to chop something like a tomato too, it's hard not to chop without crushing it. The serration really works well. And then this is perfect if you're going to slice up a big piece of crusty bread too, because the serrations are ideal for that. So I find this is actually a really great addition, and it's more functional than you might even expect as a day-to-day chef's knife too, just because it is larger and it does have those really good serrations on it. This is a smaller serrated knife. If you're going to chop up a baguette or something smaller in terms of bread, I wouldn't necessarily use this for meats, but it does work perfectly for that, for small breads and that kind of thing. This is a paring knife here. You can use this. I use this to skin, fruits or vegetables. If you're chopping up strawberries or another smaller, more delicate fruit, you don't want to go for a giant chef's knife. This is perfect for that. I guess I'll put this down with the other ones. Kitchen shears. These are super hefty. I find myself using them to open boxes when I get orders sometimes, and for other things around the house. You've got this solid metal bolt connecting the two sides and really good solid handle here, so your hands are protected. You can also cut stems and things, like if you have cut flowers and you want to cut them off, it's got this groove, and that helps to cut stems or fruit where you want to cut something off that's rounded. You can get it into that groove and then pull the scissors down and chop right through that. Again, I use these all over the house at this point because they are so sharp, well put together. You also get this sharpening steel, so you can learn how to use this and do your sharpening at home. I do usually take my knife set in and get it sharpened professionally periodically, but this delays the time between that. Make sure that when you're getting started with cooking, you can always touch up the sharpness of your knives. And then at the bottom, we've got this really nice set of steak knives that you can use for serving. And these are big. These are almost like the restaurant-style steak knives that people do these days, where you get really a large knife that you can use to cut up your steak or your lamb chop. People can use these at the table, and you do get that set of 6 of these in the Henkel set here. So enough to do a serving for most people that you'd have in your house. And this is a solid piece of metal going from the tip of the knife all the way back, and then it's got these bolts holding a really solid plastic side on there. And that's the same construction for all the knives. Integral pieces of metal. You can see you can trace it all the way from the top of the knife to the back, and the butt down here is really solid as well, so it gets a lot of, it's not going to snap, it's not going to wear out over time, but you still get that good grip on the back here with that more sort of a solid plastic material. And that's my Henkel knife set. I've used it for a couple of months now, and it's really great, again, for all of your day-to-day cooking needs, and then with these restaurant-style steak knives, really excellent for serving as well.